A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant gathering of world leaders at the BRICS summit in Kazan, Russia, President Vladimir Putin has issued a bold call for a new international payments system aimed at reducing reliance on the US dollar. This initiative, part of Russia's ongoing effort to de-dollarize the global economy, has raised alarms among some BRICS members, particularly Brazil and India, who are wary of the bloc becoming a pro-Chinese and anti-Western alliance. Putin emphasized the weaponization of the dollar, stating, "The dollar is being used as a weapon. We really see that this is so. I think that this is a big mistake by those who do this." He noted that nearly 95% of trade between Russia and China is now conducted in rubles and yuan, highlighting a significant shift in economic dynamics. However, the summit's communiqué revealed that little progress has been made on establishing an alternative payment system to bypass the US-dominated SWIFT network. The De-dollarization initiative, while a key topic of discussion, reflects the complexities and divisions within the BRICS bloc, which has expanded from its original 4 members, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, to include emerging nations like South Africa, Egypt, and Iran. The summit, attended by leaders from 9 BRICS countries, including Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese Premier Xi Jinping, marks Putin's most significant international platform since the Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres also attended, facing criticism for engaging with a leader under an international arrest warrant. Guterres defended his participation, asserting that he would maintain his stance on the illegality of the Russian invasion. The final communiqué from the summit is expected to include a reference to a joint Brazil-China peace plan for Ukraine, although Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has dismissed it as inadequate. Modi expressed a desire for peace in Ukraine, while Xi and Putin engaged in private discussions about the ongoing conflict. Putin reiterated that Russia would not return the 4 regions of eastern Ukraine it claims as part of its territory, continuing to assert its position despite international condemnation. The BRICS summit also addressed the escalating violence in the Middle East, with leaders calling for peace in both the Middle East and Ukraine. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian urged members to leverage their collective influence to end the conflicts in Gaza and Lebanon. Chinese President Xi Jinping echoed this sentiment, advocating for a ceasefire and a comprehensive resolution to the Palestinian issue. Brazilian President Lula da Silva emphasized the need to avoid escalation in both regions, stating that the world should work together towards common goals. The summit's discussions have highlighted the growing divide between BRICS nations and Western powers, with some members, especially Brazil and India, seeking to maintain a balanced approach. Lula criticized the tendency to categorize nations as friends or enemies, emphasizing the need for cooperation in addressing global challenges such as poverty and access to education and healthcare. The future of the BRICS organization remains contentious, with Putin asserting that the interest from global South countries wishing to join should not be ignored. Brazil has been particularly cautious about the bloc's direction, successfully vetoing Venezuela's admission and advocating for a diverse membership that does not align solely with Russian or Chinese interests. As the summit progresses, the leaders are expected to discuss the admission of new members, with candidates including Cuba, Bolivia, Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, Belarus, Turkey, Nigeria, Uganda, Kazakhstan, and Uzbekistan. The inclusion of Turkey, a NATO member, adds a layer of complexity to the discussions, reflecting the diverse political landscape within BRICS. Despite the ambitious goals set forth at the summit, experts remain skeptical about the feasibility of establishing a robust alternative to the US dollar. Agath Demaray, a sanctions specialist at the European Council of Foreign Relations, noted that the dollar's dominance in global trade and foreign exchange reserves is deeply entrenched, with over 80% of trade transactions invoiced in US dollars. The BRICS summit represents a critical juncture in international relations, as leaders navigate the challenges of a multipolar world order. While the gathering aims to present a united front against Western isolation efforts, the underlying tensions and differing agendas among member nations could hinder the bloc's effectiveness in achieving its goals. As world leaders call for peace in Ukraine and the Middle East, the outcomes of the summit will likely shape the geopolitical landscape for years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.